Greenland and the return of empire politics. Can ICE agents be prosecuted for Minneapolis shootings? Military intervention in Iran, not the preferred option. Venezuela frees at least 104 political prisoners. NGO. 11 dead in armed attack at soccer field in central Mexico, mayor's office. The global order created after World War II is built on a clear rule. No country may threaten or use force to take another country's land. The UN Charter made territorial conquest illegal. Later UN principles reinforced that borders cannot be changed through coercion. When a major power suggests another nation's sovereignty is negotiable, smaller states see it as a serious warning, not just dramatic language. In early January, President Donald Trump revived his proposal for the United States to take Greenland. On January 10th, he said the U.S. would act whether they like it or not, adding it could be done the easy way or the hard way. This was widely seen not as negotiation, but as a threat to change borders through pressure. A new development has since emerged. Speaking at the World Economic Forum in Davos on January 21st, Trump said he would not use force to acquire Greenland. Instead, he described a possible framework agreement on Arctic and Greenland matters, discussed with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. The next day, Denmark's Prime Minister stated that Arctic security talks are possible, but only with full respect for Denmark's territorial integrity. Greenlandic lawmaker Aja Chemnitz added that no agreement can be made without Greenland's direct involvement. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents shot and killed 2 U.S. citizens in separate enforcement actions in Minneapolis this month as part of President Donald Trump's hardline immigration crackdown. Local officials have disputed administration officials' claims that the shootings were acts of self-defense, citing bystander video that appears to contradict the government's accounts. An ICE officer shot 37-year-old Renee Good in her car on January 7th. The Department of Homeland Security said the officer had fired defensive shots after Good attempted to run him over, though online videos of the shooting verified by Reuters cast doubt on the government's narrative. France says military action in Iran is not its preferred course. Speaking yesterday, French Armed Forces Minister Alice Ruffo said authorities must support the Iranian people, but without resorting to direct military intervention. I think we must support the Iranian people in any way we can, Ruffo said on the political program Le Grand Jury. However, she stressed that, quote, military intervention is not the preferred option, adding that it is ultimately up to the Iranian people to remove their current regime. Ruffo also highlighted the difficulty of documenting mass human rights abuses in Iran, saying an internet shutdown has made it harder to gather evidence of crimes committed against protesters. More than 100 political prisoners were released Sunday in Venezuela, according to the human rights group Foro Penal. The releases come as detainees are gradually being freed under pressure from the United States. Foro Penal said it had verified 104 releases so far. Earlier in the day, the group reported 80. Director Alfredo Romero stated that teams are still confirming the identities of prisoners freed across the country. Attorney Gonzalo Himiab added that the total number could rise as verification continues. The government of interim leader Delcy Rodriguez, who took power after former President Nicolas Maduro was captured by U.S. Special Forces earlier this month, has pledged to release a large number of political prisoners. Authorities claim 626 detainees have been freed since December. However, Foro Penal says it has documented only about half that number. At least 11 people were killed and 12 more wounded Sunday in an armed attack at a soccer field in the central Mexican state of Guanajuato, local authorities reported. The attack occurred in a neighborhood in the town of Salamanca, with officials in the mayor's office saying in a statement that they had launched an operation to find those responsible for the assault.